good daytime to you. Happy whatever it is, morning-ish. I hope you're doing well. Apologies for being late. Had a super exciting meeting that I'm not 100% I can even tell you about yet, and I'm waiting on a Discord message. Because, of course, the one question I didn't ask was, is this a secret? Fuck! Idiot. Anyways, good morning. I hope you're all doing well. I'm really excited. What's your news? Share your news, because I don't know yet. I'm so mad at myself. I can't believe I forgot to ask if it's a goddamn secret. It's very exciting, though, and I want your guys' help with it, but, like, I'm waiting. We shall see. I hope you're doing well. I hope it's a secret just so folks' heads explode. It's really cool. Like, it's these random moments that happen where you just are like, how did anyone notice me? And I don't know. It's very cool. You guys will shit. It's really cool. I don't know what I can tell you yet. Which I hate so much. I know, that's the problem, is like when you work with companies and stuff, things, NDAs and stuff, you just never know. And I don't want to fuck anything up. I know. Oh my God, if it was Marvel, I wouldn't be here. I'd be having a panic attack. It's pretty exciting, though. What up, Cocky? How are you? Not moving house. No, I wish, but no. No. You'd never guess it. It's so out of left field. You'll never guess with the exciting news. You'd never guess it. Like, in a million years. It's so weird and offhand and just very cool. You'd never guess it. It's really exciting, though. Speakers, the elite dangerous community may have uncovered a 40-year-old secret in games. Shut the fuck up. Seriously? Like, for the first time, that's pretty epic. No, it's something exciting that has to do with you guys and us and stuff. It's nothing, like, personal. I am a Tesla robot, didn't you know? I break in the water. Oh, it's bigger than front page. Oh, it's so much bigger. Although we'll probably be on the front page for this. Probably. It's so cool. Like, I just don't know what I can say about anything yet. But it's very cool, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I don't... That's all I got. No shit. It's a hidden place called Raxia, which was written into the book back in 1983. That's really... I love that stuff. Like, when people find hidden Easter eggs and stuff in old games, I think that's so cool. Oh, wait, what's your news, Vex? Wait, not Vex, excuse me. Yeet, I missed. You guys have the same color name. I apologize. Hold on. I've been invited to an event with the casting director of Bridgerton. Shut the fuck up. You're gonna go, right? Because you should go to that. That's fucking cool. No, not, oh my God. I will never, I mean, seriously, I don't know if I will never be an ambassador on Twitch. That's not a thing. I'm like, how do you put that? I'm the weird friend that your cousin brings to Christmas every year, and everyone knows who they are, but they're not family, and you still quite haven't figured out why they don't have their own. But you're cool with it. They're nice. I'm like that. It's actually a joke amongst my friends that I'm actually friends, like close personal friends with almost every single person that's been an ambassador. I won't be one. We say cunt too much, but I'm okay with that because being an ambassador seems like a shitty deal anyways. You never get Twitch tickets again. You never get anything, like, it just seems like kind of a shit show. I don't want that, but I'm friends with all of them. It's literally a joke. Like at Twitch cons and shit, when we're all standing in our little huddle, all the ambassador people in a circle and me, and they're all like, ha, everyone here's an ambassador except Katie. Isn't that funny? Ha ha ha. It's really funny. Honestly, I don't care. Like, it's nothing. I don't wish for it. But no, that's never gonna happen. We're too real for that. You either have to be real on like a controversial level or not real. In like kid friendly, I don't know how to put that. Mildly kid friendly. Scott, I am that weird friend. I'm okay with that though. Like I'm fine with that because you and I can disappear at any moment and no one will care or notice. That's the best position to be in my opinion. Like I'm not behest to anything. I don't have to, but I'm welcome if I want to, and that's nice. In my opinion.
I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
Happy Saturday, Chris, and thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it any swings. I fucking appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. You are gonna go. Okay, good. Good morning, Crispy. Everyone's heard the stories about the weird friend, but they don't know the actual person. That's me. Like, do you guys remember when I was nominated for Streamer of the Year next to Ninja and Pokimane? I could go on. There are so many examples where I'm definitely the weird kid that's just invited because they're like, someone needs to laugh. I think. I don't know. But it's fun. It's kind of weird being that person. I'm okay with it. Oh my God, did we ask? Do I have permission to speak as a vagina in chat today? As a female presenting? Vile, I opened up my social medias this morning and didn't see one word about the fight. I was actually kind of comforted that no one I follow gives a fuck about any of that. That was nice. Like, the fact that anyone gave a fuck enough to sit through the buffering of Netflix is crazy to me. Like, I heard about the buffering more than the actual fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Really, I saw so many people that were just sitting on buffering screens forever. Exactly, Mike. Yeah. I don't care. What? New York Times felt compelled to make it breaking news? Okay. Yeah, it was Tyson versus some social media guy. He's a jerk. I just never remember his name because he's pointless. I follow the guys from Cyanide and Happiness. They were commenting on how funny. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I heard about buffering Mike's bare ass and then something about a tie. The only thing I heard about it, Viata, no shit, is that there was like an interview with Tyson in the like break room with his son sitting next to him, and he's sitting there talking about legacy and whatnot. And then when the interview's over, he just stands up and walks away, and it's just his bare ass. He was just sitting with his son in a jock strap. I heard about that. That was weird. Yeah, whatever. The fight just before was good. Good. The matches ahead were far more entertaining. I believe that. I saw the Tyson ass. That's the only thing I saw about. People were more interested in Tyson ass, which I thought was funny. And like the Jake guy, at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, he doesn't win anything. Either he lost to an old man or he beat the fuck up. Like he beat up an old man up. Good for you. You did great, buddy. Does he? It was pixelized. I think Tyson has gotten famous right enough to get away with whatever he wants. That's basically it. I mean, he has like rape charges and multiple sexual assault charges on him, Tyson. It was pretty, I saw a lot of people like posting pictures of themselves posing with Tyson and being like, whose team are you on? And I was like, we just don't, it's got to be people not old enough, I guess, to remember that he's a rapist. Like, convicted. But fame and money get you places. We've seen over and over. It's not a good thing. It doesn't excuse it, but we've seen it over and over. Rich, not right. Yes. Drake lost a shitload of money betting on Tyson. Drake is also a creepy McCreep fuck. The fuck? Yeah, it's gonna be a turd talk or a shit sandwich. Literally that. Yeah. Yeah. I can't do links. It's late. We started late, which means we don't get our normal 2 hours to watch things before indie day has started. Zach's already downloading games. I can't get anything to load. I preloaded Has Been because I promised Saturday morning cartoons. Morning with quotes. What do you do? I really want to tell you guys about my exciting news, but I'll probably just be exploding about it sometime in the middle of the stream when I finally get a message back, so you'll just have to wait for it. I'm loading a bowl. Which it, Viana, I mean, ugh. Yuck. But consider enjoying watching two shitty people beat the fuck out of each other. Yeah, I see that. Not even a short that made me spit out a drink. I mean, it wouldn't play. So you save it for tomorrow. Like, if you want to watch it seriously, like, I could try. They don't buffer. It's the stupidest thing. It's just if one of us is downloading a game, the other person's computer gets fucked up the ass. It happens both ways. It would just sit there and buffer 3 seconds, play 1 second, sit and buffer a second, play. It's stupid. Saturdays are just shot for watching anything cool unless I preloaded an hour before stream. Unfortunately, it's been that way for quite some time. It's just Saturdays suck. At least it's not on Faded Friday anymore. Literally, if you want to give it to me, I can try to save it for tomorrow. Like, I'll just save it in my links. I fucked my back up somehow. I, like, slept wrong. When you get high enough, you'll tell us, right? God. I want to. You guys will love it. It's really exciting. Young, same. I mean, it wasn't even a pay-per-view event. I don't think people had to pay to watch it. It was just on it. Yeah, if you guys have funny links, it's just because we, like, literally, Zach was part of the meeting. I can tell you that. The super exciting news I can tell you nothing about. I got Zach involved. So, he was part of it, so I had to wake up Zach far before his alarm this morning, and he was not having any of it. He's, tired. He doesn't wake up in the mornings like us. We are the creatures. He does not do that. Thank you, yeah. I can definitely try. I will keep it up. It's just, I've tried, like, even trying to they just don't buffer. I don't understand. It's so stupid. I've fought it a million times. Our internet's stupid. Cheers. VR, you can brag about that. That's amazing. That's exciting shit. I met my sister's fiance family today for the first time, and they looked like trash because oh my God. I thought you meant they looked like trash. I was like, Lizzie, this doesn't sound like you. I don't think I've ever heard you just judge someone on how they look. I was literally about to be like, is this you? Sorry. And looked like trash because I just ran into the cafe to throw up. Ew. Was it your dizzy shit? I've had to change the way I sit this week. I have so much foot and sciatica. Aww. You know, Kaki, have you ever looked into one of those, they kind of look gimmicky, but they're like ergonomic weird chairs that have like footrests that spin around in circles and shit like that so you can sit in all these weird positions. My sister got one and swears by it. Like, absolutely swears by it. Because you can, like, sit on your knees in it. Like, the positions you can move this thing in make it so it's ergonomically comfortable to be in any weird position without fucking your body up. It might be something to look into, though. I can ask her for the link. Vissy, my love! Vissy, welcome, readers. I love you so much. Thank you so much for coming to say hi. Oh, you can't use it at work? See, that's my sister literally has it in her office, but she's, like, a lawyer and shit, so she's special. But yeah, she swears by that thing. I wish you could that's kind of fucked up. Like, even if the chair you're working in is destroying your body. Oh, Nana. Get to the paint. I mean, the paint, if you get in the zone, maybe you'll forget about pain for the painting. Speeds went up and I found only a few days later via email they did it. I wouldn't complain. No, I'd take that in a second. I was supposed to get that ages ago. Vissy, stand up, stretch, and get some water. I love you and miss you. It's a mystery illness. It started in July, randomly throwing up multiple times a week, crazy temperature, dysregulation shit. That sounds like your brain. I don't know if they're telling you it's unrelated to your shit, but those are all signs of pressure on a brain in my personal experience. I'm pretty much the illest I've ever been. We have no idea why. If it's the 10 years of omeprazole or I was negligently put on. Well, I mean, you know, Lizzie, I could go off. I'm trying so hard not to go off. The misuse of omeprazole or Zyrtec or what do we call it in the States? Prilosec. You should not be on that shit for more than a couple weeks at a time. It can absolutely destroy your digestion. Like, you know this. I'm not going to preach at you. But, like, so, I mean, I'm being real with you, Lizzie. You've been through the runner, so I know I can't scare you with this shit. But for instance, when people experience traumatic brain injuries to the back of their head, two of the first things that happen are extreme uncontrollable nausea and vomiting and dysregulation of body temperature. Those are two huge signs. If you come into the hospital vomiting and you can't control your own body temperature, we look at your head immediately. That's just so when if you come into the hospital presenting those, I'm sending you to get a scan. That would be first case point. That sounds like pressure. Yeah, that's usually like we know what's going on, what you've got going on, but like for instance, people that bang the back of their head, little kids that bang the back of their head, they'll get a fever and their parents will think they're just sick and then they don't come in and it's actually like some acute brain damage or something. I'm not saying you have acute brain damage, but pressure on the back of the brain can absolutely cause dysregulation and a fever and nausea and like dizziness or vertigo, like some sort of off, kind of feeling like you're on a boat. And then to compound that, I mean, the stress of trying to find a home is not going to send you into all these things, but can absolutely exacerbate everything you're going through. Does that make sense? You should talk to your doctor, Katie. Have you talked to does your doctor have you on it? Because there's been studies done where like long-term use of Prilosec can actually fuck up your digestive system and your immune system. I can't tell you the specifics of it. That's not my area of expertise, but I have read about it multiple times. And I know in the hospital, like we try to get you off Prilosec because it's not good to have it on all the time. I would just talk to your doctor because there might be another solution that's not going to cause like refractory problems. It is there's a Zyrtec was taken off the market. There's a lot of those. Not Zyrtec. Zyrtec's fucking allergy medicine. What was the Z one? Not Zyrtec. That's allergy medicine. I can't remember. Was it? It's not Zyrtec. I think that's allergy medicine. Nope. It's another Prilosec. It went by a Z name and they rolled it off the market because people were taking it chronically and fucking themselves up. Zantac. Thank you. Zantac, not Zyrtec. Zantac. Yes. They fucking pulled that shit off the market fast and like if you're ever prescribed it by a doctor, they should absolutely give you a time frame to stop taking it. Yeah, they took Zantac off the market fast because that shit, it worked, but it worked so well that the problem is, and I'm not saying anyone's doing this, but if you have a Band-Aid you can just keep putting on an infection and never see the infection, you're never solving the problem. So what a lot of people will do is they'll continue eating a horrible diet that is causing heartburn, but they'll just keep popping Zantac or Prilosec as opposed to altering their diet so they no longer have to live on Prilosec. It's another case of a Band-Aid's easier, but long-term effects are horrible on your body. Like, we will not leave you on it in the hospital. I know that. I know we wean you off that shit fast. The nasal congestion sprays, oh god, Afrin, I think was the brand name one in the US, that like if you chronically used it, you'd actually have a refractory effect where your nose would start to plug itself if you didn't use it regularly. My brother got addicted to it. It was horrible. He had to go through like 6 months of just having constant congestion to wean himself off of it. It's another case of that. It's a Band-Aid covering up an issue that you need to address. You need to address what the fuck is causing. Because like, Zyrtec takes away the physical, or not Zyrtec, Zantac, Prilosec, omeprazole. They take away the physical effects of the heartburn, but they're not taking away what the heartburn's actually doing to your body. So what can happen over time is your stomach acid will actually erode the pyloric sphincter on the top of your stomach. And then you get something called GERD, where every single time you lay down just like this, stomach acid will just start to creep up your esophagus and make you cough nonstop while you're sleeping. It's horrible, and there's no going back. That pyloric sphincter gets dissolved by stomach acid. It's now dissolved, and you live with GERD. Like, it can lead to so many horrible things if you don't fucking address the problem. You're just putting Band-Aids on an infection, oozing pus. Think of it that way. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. Just because you can't feel it doesn't mean shit's not going down. It's kind of like taking painkillers constantly. Flonase is different. So Afrin isn't it's not like an anti-allergy or whatever. All it is it constricts all the blood vessels in your nose really fast so that your nasal passages open up and de-swell and get rid of all the blood and whatever fluid is causing them to swell up. Whereas Flonase is an allergy steroid medicine that, like, over time helps you. Like, for instance, Afrin, immediate effect. You shoot that shit up your nose, it burns, and then poof, you're open. Flonase is an over time, it helps build up in your system and helps you have relief from allergies. It's not an immediate, like, you don't just do Flonase once in a while. It's not really doing anything. If you think it is, it's probably just dry nose syndrome. You need just some fucking, like, saline or something. Does that make sense? It's got them antihistamines. Mm-hmm. You guys got me all respiratory on you so early in the day. What the fuck? Prescribe daily. For, like, they were going to leave you on it forever? See, that sucks. When you have no control over what you're being fed, that fucking sucks. Oh, no shit, Z-Bot. Did you have, like, surgery? Yeah, your nose literally, like, your body fights medicine. And eventually your body will win. My acid reflux is really not diabetes, it's genetic. My only other option besides the omeprazole would be surgery. That fucking sucks. Don't be scared. Yeah, Flonase is not Zantac. Nope. No. Zantac, this is why I hate when Zantac, off the market, you can't even buy it. Zyrtec, allergy medicine. Zantac, you can't buy it. It's off, they took it off the market because people abused it. Prilosec is still out there though. And it's just, if you're looking, like, in the US, it sucks because we have privatized medicine and privatized pharmaceutical companies. Therefore, everything has a brand name. So when I'm saying, like, Prilosec, Zantac, etc., that's all omeprazole. If I'm talking about, like, Tylenol, aspirin, Aleve, etc., those are painkillers. There's NSAIDs, and then there's paracetamol. If you go anywhere else in the world, you're going to get paracetamol. You come to the US, what brand of paracetamol do you want? It's very confusing. It's very overwhelming sometimes. At 3 weeks, holy shit, fatal without. I'm so glad you're okay. That's terrible. I mean, glad they caught it. There's respiratory days and there's artsy random days. I feel like I'm a mess. I was put on omeprazole as a preventative measure at 19, and it's so fucked. As a preventative. Yeah, well, that's it. I think when you have pyloric stenosis, it's basically like a form of paralyzation of that sphincter, right? So either it's stuck open or stuck closed, but if nothing's happening, then your body's not pushing food through. Yeah, it's kind of scary. What up, Worsty? I hope you're doing well. If the daily comment was towards what I said, yeah, they had me on Prilosec daily for years as a teen. Yeah, because they had no idea what to do for celiac. Wow. How long? But you've been off it for a while now, right? Oh, Zantac 360 is on the market, though. It's famotidine versus ranitidine. Yeah. There you go. And I think ranitidine is still what Prilosec is, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long time since I looked at it, though. Yes, paracetamol is acetaminophen, yes. And then we have NSAIDs, which are like Aleve, and that's non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. You cannot, and as far as I'm aware, there's nowhere else in the world other than the US where you can, and Mexico, where you can buy NSAIDs over the counter. They can be really, really dangerous. They give ulcers and shit like that. People become kind of addicted to them because they're a form of muscle relaxant. And so, like, anywhere else in the world, you have to get a prescription for NSAIDs. You are the only place you can go buy a bottle of Aleve. I'm grateful for that because Aleve is great for cramps, but, like, Talk to your doctor before you do anything regularly. Seriously. Please talk to your doctor. Zantac a beer for thought, and she's determined she's taken off. Wait. Zantac a beer for thought. Is that an actual lyric? Yeah, it's like paralysis of the digestive system. Fuck, that's scary. Damn. 42 now. That's fucking... I'm just glad they caught that. I'm so glad we have that technology to catch that shit in babies. Eventually, which has happened to me, your body can develop an extreme resistance to things like Tylenol. Absolutely. Yeah, you never want to be... I mean, if you're regularly taking something over the counter, make sure you're talking to your doctor about it. You just never know. NSAIDs are not good for... Do I have a dog near me? Oh my gosh. Hello. You're so sneaky. What are you up to? What's up, Bubba? You want to come on this side? Want to come say good morning? Good morning, my boy. How's your day? We had an early day today, didn't we? Yeah. Kind of early, kind of late, kind of weird. You gonna fight your sister? Dogs are so cute. He just kills me. Is it Xanax? I was just... Seriously, this is the problem. With all these fucking brand names, you get so mixed up with them in your mouth. Famotidine is Peptid. That's the antacid. Prilosec is omeprazole. There you go. Thank you. Ranitidine has been completely removed from the market because of its cancerous side effects. It was replaced by famotidine, which is 7 times more potent, but allegedly doesn't have cancerous side effects. Right, I know. He's had the time of his life, because I just left him outside during my meeting. They've been just hanging out outside and having literally a blast. He's fine. You've had a great day. You're very cute, Bubba. Years ago, I took myself off everything except thyroid meds, and today, for me to take ibuprofen is a big hurty. I take actual aspirin and can make it too, just plain old... Oh, I'm not... Dude, Nana. I had an experience so similar to what you're describing. When I worked at the hospital, we don't have name brand in the hospital. We don't have name brand drugs. We have all just usually created by our pharmacy. So what you would call generic, but it's created by our pharmacy. It's real. And I had a really bad headache one night. I worked night shift, obviously, but I had a horrible migraine. So I went down to our pharmacy, and the pharmacist was there, and I didn't have anything to take. And I was like, do you have Excedrin? Do you have literally anything I can take? Because my brain is pumping, and I got work to do. And I'm not kidding you. He made me an Excedrin. It was he just went in the back in this huge fucking pharmaceutical room, and I'm sitting in the window, and he comes back with 3 cups, each with 1 pill in them. And he was like, this one's this one's this, and this one's caffeine. There's your Excedrin. It was hilarious. I was awesome. He was the nicest guy. He was just like, we don't have Excedrin, but this is everything in Excedrin in the exact doses that Excedrin has. So I just sat there and was like, with my 3 little pills, and I was good to go. It was great. It was so nice. But I didn't know that. Before I did that, I had no idea we didn't carry, I didn't even think about it. I'd never seen Excedrin in the hospital, but I had no idea. It was the coolest. He was the nicest guy. Because he kind of did that, oh, we don't have Excedrin. And then he was like, wait a minute. I can make Excedrin. It was great. It was made to order Excedrin. It was incredible. Because for some reason, that caffeine does, I think it, helps carry the meds better or something. Because Excedrin just works. Literal drug dealer. No shit. I know. Not to be dramatic, but I would die with this same... I don't feel it's dramatic. Look at him. Who wouldn't? That creepy vestigial eyelid. Ugh. Yeah, you're just the sweetest boy. I currently use loratadine for my main allergy thing with Flonase on top of it. I got prescribed both for daily use, and I have to pester them to refill the loratadine while they shovel Flonase at me. Why won't they fill that one? Missile, I believe it. It's the best. The fact that someone's smart enough to do that is amazing. Oh, Dad's up. Explains why my migraine cocktails are like 20 different things. Very much so. Yeah, you really just can't find those ingredients together outside of an Excedrin or something like that. It's hard not to get emotional with them. They're just the sweetest. I was grotesquely under-medicated for thyroid. Oh, God. All the other shit that causes, they were just turning me into a typical old lady lug. Oh, my God. It's that shit. The sheer amount of times, Nana, that a patient has come into my office with, and I'm not exaggerating, a KFC chicken bucket full of meds, and they just go, this is what I take every day. And I'm like, all right, what is it? I don't know. They have no, because there's just so much. And it's like every fucking doctor they go to puts something else on them. And they've probably got, like, once you're in your 60s, 70s, you got a lot of doctors. It's ridiculous. So I'd spend their pulmonary function test hour sorting out all their meds and trying to figure out what the fuck they're on. And we'd find doubles, triples of the same thing sometimes. We would find things that definitely should not go together. But the problem is they're going to 7 different doctors. They don't know what they're taking because they're not a medical professional. You shouldn't have to learn all of these crazy fucking pharmaceutical names. That's our job. And so when you go to another doctor and they're like, what are you on? Well, I think I'm on this and I think I'm on this. And you might forget one, then they prescribe it to you. You're just going to take double. You're going to do what your doctor says. It's horrible. I feel so bad for these people because, like, that's my job. That's our job. We should be looking at these things. And this is where I complain about, like, Epic. If you're unfamiliar with hospitals have very specific computer systems that we use to chart. And there are different licenses and companies. For instance, Cerner is the name of a company of licensed software to help chart patients. Epic is one, etc. There's lots. I think Kaiser has their own, Kaiser Permanente, I don't know. But a lot of hospitals have been changing over and buying licenses to use this program called Epic. Because if you have Epic, every single hospital talks to each other. So people can no longer med shop. And it's the best. Not only that, they created it because of this horrible painkiller epidemic we have in our country, but it has also led to, I don't have to trust my patient's word or make them hold that burden of memorizing 20 different medications. I can just log into Epic and see every hospital, every doctor they have, and click and open all the orders. And say, these are all the drugs you're on. It's the best. Whereas if you go to a hospital with Cerner and I'm a hospital with Epic, I can't see your Cerner charting. I have no idea. I'm completely reliant on you. It's horrible. I hate it so much. Epic is a pain in the dick, but man, is it nice for that communication between hospitals. Holy shit. It's so nice because, again, it shouldn't be your responsibility to remember all these names. You're not a medical person. It should be our responsibility to make sure you're safely taking this shit, period. In my opinion. Like, yes, you have to take responsibility over your own healthcare at a certain point. Listen. But man, the chicken bucket of meds is inappropriate. I'm not kidding you. Not one time have I sent someone away with the chicken bucket. Ever. I get a pharmacist and a nurse and a doctor in there and we start going through everything. We throw away 10 bottles. It's crazy how much we can get off some just sitting down and looking at it for a second. An hour, really, but a second. It really just helps people not feel like shit. Like, it's crazy that they'll be on all these meds and all their doctors just keep piling meds on. And it's like, did you realize they're on 3 of the exact same thing, named different brand names? Maybe if you took 2 away, they wouldn't feel like they're dying. But it's complicated. It's no one's fault in particular. It's just a fucked up system that needs to be revamped. Mike could probably speak to it on a much angrier level than myself. Mike literally has to code this shit for a living. So all of this bullshit, like, as much as I'm helping a patient, someone like Mike probably wants to set my hair on fire when I put through the cancel 17 orders, please, that have been established for 15 years. Sorry. And all the fucking notes. Oh my God. It's crazy. True, it's infuriating for me to have to chart it. I can't imagine my job looking through other people's charting and having to make sense of that and then coalescing that into one cognizant written document. I would fucking scream. Just reading a doctor's order, I'm like, is it English? Oh, there's a word in there, whatever. And then, what? It's crazy, because everybody, speaking on the clinical side, every single one of us, in our mind, my job is the most important. But we kind of have to be that way. That's why we do what we do. But because of that, the arrogance in the notes and the not giving a fuck about who then has to go through your notes, rewrite them into a nice, cohesive, makes human sense in a brain kind of thing and put the orders in and chart all that shit. We don't think about that. I'm just thinking, my patient's dying and I have to chart. My patient's dying, oh my God. And then poor Mite has to go through whatever that fucking shit was. It's been enlightening getting to know the people on the other side of what I did, to be honest, because you really don't even think about it, which is terrible. It's not the way to be. You shouldn't be selfish. That's not appropriate. Ever. A few times when I was in the back room outside, a customer view, my father would call a doctor, and this was the only time I'd ever heard his voice raised. You prescribed me X with X, X, and X, which the patient has been on for years. You meant to prescribe X, which will not cause reactions. Yes. Yes, I have had to have those calls many a time. My mom's a pharmacist, and she would have loved to. Well, I would say she probably enjoys RTs. In general, we work so hand in hand with pharmacy because pharmacy, along with an RT, we're kind of we are the code specialists. We're the team. So if you've ever heard in a hospital, there's a code team. So if a code is called, i.e. a heart stops, every single respiratory therapist in the building, their pager is going to go off. We all have a million pagers buckled onto our belt. One of those is going to go off, and every RT in the building, if they're not currently doing something equally as important or dire, is going to sprint at full speed to wherever the fuck that patient is. And pharmacy does exactly the same, but pharmacy's got 3 goddamn tackle boxes on their back. Like, of drugs. It's crazy. And so codes tend to be this circular thing of like, you've got your nurse team, you've got all the techs lined up to do compressions, you've got an RT at the head of the bed, you've got your pharmacy person literally on the ground, on their knees with 3 tackle boxes. I'm not kidding when I say tackle boxes. 3 tackle boxes open of all the drugs you'd ever need for a code. There's a nurse charting actively. She does nothing but chart. I should say. I worked with a lot of female nurses, so I default, unfortunately. They do nothing but charting. There's a nurse that does nothing but call drugs out to the person charting. Codes are so well run and so but man, we work very hand in hand. Like when we do rounds in the morning, pharmacy and I usually stand together shoulder to shoulder and just scowl at the room. And ask why are they on that? Can you take them off that? Why are they on that? Can you take them off? We kind of work together a lot in the same chaotic bullshit. I loved my pharmacist. Pharmacy was great. They were so nice and just so they work with you. I never got a can't do that from a pharmacist in my life. Now ENT, we try not to work past 9 p.m. I'm sorry, in a hospital? What? Yeah, we try not to do anything past 9 p.m. In a fucking hospital? I've had that exact conversation. I just don't know what to tell you. You got me going off. Didn't an hour ago I said I wasn't going to go off? You got me to go off. You bastards. Happened to me when I had knee issues. Gave me a muscle relaxer with both. Oh, wonder why I slept for 3 days straight. That's comatose. Yeah. My God. Yep. Well, Nana, and that's why you're still alive. But the problem is as much as I would chastise someone for getting frustrated and tossing all their meds, I understand. I have so many friends at this point in my close personal life who have been through the goddamn ringer with the healthcare system that seeing that side, I'm like, wow, I'd scream at me too. There's just a lot, and I can say with confidence I've never treated someone like an animal or like a thing or like a project, but so many healthcare workers, for some reason, I don't think they're doing it intentionally, but they somehow make their patient feel like a thing. Like a project or like a paper they're finishing for the day, not a human being who's present and cognizant of the situation and who can communicate with you and be part of the healing process. And I understand the frustration of going to your healthcare worker constantly, talking to them, not being heard, still feeling like shit, and wanting to scream and throw your meds out. I get it. I empathize with that. I would never fault someone for it. I don't want you to do that. Please don't. Please come talk to me. Please find someone else. If your healthcare provider sucks, we don't all suck. There's a lot of good ones out there. I would say the majority, but there's this weird, I've noticed just from your guys' stories that there's a lot of doctors and shit out there that, instead of, when you talk to them hey, I'm thinking about finding a second opinion, they make you feel like shit because you just didn't take their word for it because they're so smart, grand, and mighty, and why would you ever want to seek out a second opinion? What a waste of your time. It's never a waste of your time. Healthcare workers are your fucking employees. I am doing you a service for money. And if I'm not doing that service appropriately, fire me. But you have to hire a new one, especially if you're sick. You have to get a new one. But for fuck's sake, fire. Like, if you're an inpatient, you can fire your nurse. Did you know that? If your nurse is abusing you or making you feel uncomfortable or subjected to bad treatment or making you feel like they're judging you or not trusting anything, you can fire your fucking nurse. We shuffle nurses all the time. There's nothing, like, you deserve to have good healthcare and feel good about it. Period. End of story. That's just it. Take your damn joy.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Good breakfast burritos. Fuck yeah. We were talking about that last night, Genova. Hell yes. I can also imagine it's hard for those in healthcare finding a balance between treating people as people and just as another patient. I would say it's hard. It's not hard. It's a constant conscious reminder that I have a sheet of 32 patients and every single one is a human being and every single one is possibly going through the worst moment of their life. And I need to consciously remember that every time I go into a patient's room. But I wouldn't say it's hard. It's just forever. So some people might say like, it's kind of a struggle, maybe. But at the end of the day, I don't know how to say that. Because, like, for instance, I've talked about this before. Like, I've had 13 ventilators at a time. And when you have ventilators, most hospitals do something called Q4 checks, meaning every 4 hours, I have to come into your room and do a full ventilator check and a full patient check. And those checks take 30 minutes apiece. 13 times 30, you do the math. Those checks start getting real fucking fast. And so what happens is you end up sitting in your mind before you ever go into the patient's room and prioritizing what's going to happen in that room. The priority is always the human. The priority is always the humans in the room. Always. My priority is I'm taking care of this ventilator. Like, the hospital literally has liability on my head for the ventilator. They don't actually give a fuck about me. But me, human. So when I go into that room, it's kind of like the weird masking thing I talk about, how I like rehearse conversations before I ever have them. Before I go anywhere, I'm like rehearsing situations in my head. Same thing, but it's literally, I think it's for the benefit of the patient. Because you could go in there and spend your ventilator check, which is going to end up a lot faster than 30 minutes, just literally charting and looking at the ventilator and not even touching a patient. I would never. The ventilator is secondary. Like, the ventilator, as long as it's working and functioning fine, I'm going to take care of the patient first. It's prioritizing and making sure patients not only feel like a human, but have autonomy. That's another huge thing, because in the ICU, PCU, any inpatient area, you tend to lose the sense of autonomy and humanity of yourself, which is where a lot of these psychoses or like sundowning can come from. Because we literally put a tissue dress on you that's tied with a bow in the back of your neck, flop you on a bed, and we just have tubes in every hole. We've got blood coming out of you all over the place. We've got shit going in your mouth and stuff. And like, you start feeling like Neo in the Matrix crawling out of the egg. And so things that we definitely pay attention to and push with new employees and absolutely like emphasize are close the goddamn door, pull the fucking curtains, speak to your patient. It doesn't matter how many times you've come in and checked that catheter. Every single time you come in, you're pulling all the curtains, you're shutting the door, you're having a conversation about, hey, I'm going to go check in your downstairs now and make sure your catheter is okay. It, like, just getting permission no matter what. I think I've talked about this a few times. It's this weird agreement that's, like, silent between you and the patient where it's like, I am always going to respect your autonomy as a human, and I'm always going to ask permission to touch your body. But if you're in a dire moment, I'm going to touch your body no matter what. It's this, like, at every moment, everything I do, I'm going to ask permission, I'm going to talk you through it, I'm going to explain what the fuck we're doing, and I'm going to help you feel like you're still a human. I still see you as a human in this situation, even though we've stripped humanity from you, essentially. Like, you're not pooping on your own, you're not peeing on your own, you're not breathing on your own. You're still a human. It doesn't matter how many times I go in there, I'm always going to do the human things, because I think that, I can't speak to the facts of it, but I truly think that your morale, or whatever you want to call it, helps you heal. The more you feel like a human, the more you want to leave and be a human. You know? I don't know. You guys got me to go off. Cheers. What happened? Dramatic. It sounds weird to say, but I'm sure you'll understand. I loved working in oncology because the nurses are some of the most tender, kind people I've ever met in my life. People who choose to work in oncology are a different breed. They're angels or something. They're like baby mother nurses. The same level of precautions and care and ownership over their patient. Like, this is my human. You do not fuck with my human. I would never step into a patient's room without getting the nurse first in oncology. Ever. And not because they're bitches. They just want to be part of what's everything that's going on. They want to be part of it because cancer is fucking cancer, dude. Like, it's such a sensitive thing. Like, the immune everything is so serious. And where I worked, my WICU, the Weinberg ICU, literally was right below oncology. So if I was helping people, it was oftentimes in oncology, and they were just the nicest people. Have fun, Vile. Be safe. One of the times my dad was admitted for kidney stones, he went through every nurse on the shift and 2 doctors when he said call X doctor, but he's asleep at home. I don't care. I'm shocked they said that because doctors don't care. We've called, no shit. The one time I got to hold a heart, scariest moment of my life, easily. The doc they called in at 3 a.m. showed up in an unbuttoned Hawaiian t-shirt, like cargo shorts that were falling off his ass, and Birkenstocks. That's what he performed surgery in, with the gown over it, obviously. Like, they gowned him up and shit, but that's what he showed up in. Like, doc, they don't care. Like, it's crazy that, like, they're on call for a reason, you know? Like, you're on call. It's not like your phone's gonna go off and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? One of the first things they taught us in pre-nursing was always talk to your patient, even if they're in a coma, 100%. And I'm sure you've heard the stories too, but there's just too many goddamn stories out there of people waking up from either a medical coma or a natural coma from an injury or something like that, and rehearsing every fucking conversation in that room. And I put myself in that position, and like, my worst, like, I can't imagine something scarier than being in a hospital, holes in your mouth, you've got tubes in your butt, your pussy, everything. If you're intubated, we do something called 4-point. So if you're intubated or trached, you are 4-point restrained, meaning your arms and legs are restrained to the bed. That by law we must do, because if you pull your own tube out, you can die. So if I woke up in that situation and then no one in the room would fucking talk to me or acknowledge my presence as a human, kill me. That's a waking fuck. I forgot my water. I'll stretch for you and I'll get water on break. That's a waking nightmare. And when I put myself in that position, it gives me, I don't know. I still have sunglasses. I've never not spoken to my patient. I can't imagine not doing that. It's a fucking human, man. Ugh. Especially if you're touching them. My God. It's one thing to sneak in and grab something while they're sleeping or something, but my fucking Christ. It's not, you got me to go off. They're your biggest advocates, your biggest cheerleaders, and they'll push the doctors even when you don't, very much so. Nurses are superheroes. Hardcore. The first time you told me about the heart massage, I almost threw up. It's not like they, saw me standing outside the door and they were like, hey, can you come in and perform cardiac massage? It was like, code. I happened to be working the cardiac unit that night, ran into the room, and they were like, here. Fear and adrenaline. That's all that's your survival. That was just... Najeel, I don't know if I can even tell, it's so shitty. I'm sure at some point today, I'm just gonna burst it out. Oh shit! I got the message! We're a go and I can tell you the really exciting news! Okay, where do I even start? We're officially a go and I can tell you the exciting news. Should we take a break first? Okay, so... You guys remember a few months back when we did that really epic charity for St. Jude's? Raised a ton of money as a team, our fundraising team for St. Jude's. If you weren't around, if you're new to the community, fuck, our community is balls to the wall crazy. Our team raised over $141,000 in under a month. little under a month. Just nauseating amounts of money for St. Jude's. Just so fucking epic. And I don't know if I ever talked about this, but the way that this, like, team came together for St. Jude's was quite literally the most random thing ever. Smash and Danica were at the St. Jude's Summit, and they were both like, you kind of want to make, like just a random stream team and, like, raise money together? Okay. They called a few friends, myself included, and literally a week after that idea presented, we all started a fundraiser and raised around $141,000. It was fucking insane. So that happened earlier this year. So at TwitchCon, Smash and Danica happened to run into some really nice people from another fundraising organization who just so happened to notice our team, notice each of our channels. They've been stalking us a little, I guess, and they have presented, they were really impressed with what we did, and they were like, hey, we'd really like to work with your team and raise some money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And this was just at TwitchCon, which was in October, which is wild. So they hit us up about that, and we're like, what? That's crazy. Make-A-Wish wants to work with us? What the fuck? Okay, that's epic. It gets weirder. So then Make-A-Wish contacts us, and they're like, hey, so we were looking into, like, sponsors and shit. Red Robin wants to sponsor your team. They'd like to invite you out to their test kitchen and have a cooking competition between you and all of your stream team members and broadcast it live on Twitch. So that's part of it. It's all the Control-Alt-Delete team. It's so, I'm like shaking. It's so wild that they just, like, these huge, I mean, yeah, it's really exciting. So think of all the fries. I know, you guys, I fucking love Red Robin. Like, not just saying that. I genuinely love Red Robin. They're the only place that gives you unlimited fries, and it's the best place. Yeah, I really like Red Robin. It was actually hilarious. Like, this all only happened a couple weeks ago. This has all been very rapid fire planning. But when they hit us up right away, my first thing was, I fucking love Red Robin. Yes, and so that's the really cool thing. So Danica and Smash hit me up, and they were like, hey, we're asking people from the team if they want to do this and be flown out to a Red Robin test kitchen and put up in hotels and shit to, like, have a cooking competition where you get to build, every person gets to build their own custom menu, and then Red Robin's going to supply every ingredient we want, and then we're going to have judges on a judging panel who are going to judge our 4-course meals. And one of those judges, if not two, are going to be chefs from Red Robin. Which, like, I don't cook. I don't know if they know, but I have to start practicing. So that's really exciting. So they hit me up, and I was like, you know who would probably be dank at this? Zach would love to do this. Zach loves to do charity as well. His community has raised a ton of money for St. Jude's. Same. He has a St. Jude's tattoo on the back of his calf, for fuck's sake. And so I asked Zach, and Zach was like, I'll do anything, whatever. So, no shit. They rigged it so Zach's going to be our host. So Zach's going to be walking around our kitchen while we're all competing against one another, and he's going to be like the people on the Great British Baking Show who just get in the way and start touching food and asking us questions when we really don't want them to. Yeah. I'm so fucking excited. It is wild. I just don't, oh my God, Heat, you totally should. You should Discord that to me. So essentially I have to come up with a menu for an appetizer, an entree, a dessert, and a burger. I might not make all those things because I might not make it through all the rounds. Who knows? Maybe beginner's luck. But like, it's gonna be fucking great. So that's the really big news. The Make-A-Wish Foundation has invited myself, Danica, Smash, Zach, a few other people from the Control-Alt-Donate stream team to be flown out to a Red Robin hosted, the Red Robin test kitchen, where Red Robin will host and sponsor our fundraiser, and it will be streamed on Twitch of all of us competing and making food and shit for like 7 hours straight. It's gonna be fucking wild. I'm really, it's just so exciting that that's even a thing. Make-A-Wish is incredible. Like, they're literally one of the 5 charities we've ever raised money for here on this channel. Trevor Project, St. Jude's, Make-A-Wish, and then 2 others I can't think of at this moment because those are the 3 main ones. But, like, I always try to find, like, legit charities that are awesome. But it's so fucking cool. Crispy, bless you. So, I need help with many things. No shit, Viana. This is why I desperately wanted to be able to tell you guys about this before any of this went down. Not only are we all going to be shipped out to a cool test kitchen and put up in hotels and whatnot to like cook live and do all that fun stuff, but what we as a team want to do is for 2 weeks before, we're all going to run fun charities, just like we did for St. Jude's. But I want to do a wheel of gross. And I figure while we raise money, I'm going to work on the cosplays literally from the last one. And don't worry, the hot tub thing is happening and I could tell you something about the hot tub. Oh my God. I don't think I've told you guys about this yet. I know when I first mentioned exciting news, like half of chat was like, the hot tub is happening. It is. But it's going to probably be bigger than that. Of course it is. Of course it is, because we're assholes. But essentially, long story short, I went to Burning Man. I'm a burner, if you will. Went to Burning Man, burned. Burned with a new camp this year. One of the girls in my camp, quite literally, is a professional mermaid who makes mermaid tails for a living and flies to Bali to train how to be a mermaid with one of the top, like, if not the most famous mermaid person in the world. So fucking random. And she offered to make us tails. And that was a big thing. Like, we were all like, how do we get tails? Like, where the fuck are we getting this kind of shit? We had no idea how to get that. We just, like, really wanted to do it. Because, like, what little girl didn't want to be who didn't want to be a mermaid? Anyways, so, that's incredible. So, that's definitely in the pipeline. It's just taking a little bit longer because we're literally having custom tails made for our bodies. Custom colors, custom latex, all of that shit. Like, they're going to be legit tails that we have to squeeze into with either baby powder or lube. And because the tails are going to be ours and they're going to be so fucking special and so epic, we are trying to find a way to do it in some sort of pool with, like, you know how they do? With, like, some sort of view. Because I think that would just be it'd be kind of a waste to get these epic fucking tails and sit in a bubbly hot tub. Like, it's still awesome getting to sit with 2 hot bitches and their titties out. Like, I'm here for that. But also, if we could, like... I want to try to find somewhere centralized for all of us where we can, like, work with, like, a mermaid instructor or something and then film that. Like, us learning how to swim or something in our cool tails. I thought that would be so much cooler. And then we'll still do some hot tub sit. Because, like, multiples of us on the team have access to hot tubs. So that'll still, like, a live stream in a hot tub and hanging out because we promised that. But I thought it'd be so much cooler to go the extra mile for that just because these tails are so cool. Like, they're the legit shit. You know what I'm saying? They're legitimate. Coffee jumped on my face. So, that's the news on the mermaid thing, which is definitely happening. It's just taking a little bit longer because it's that much cooler. And to, like, you know, show off the fucking cool tails, I think that'd be cool. Right? It was just so weird that this, like, happened this way. I think the girl in my camp literally just mentioned, she was like, yeah, I just got back from Bali. And I was like, who the fuck just gets back from Bali? And she was like, oh, I go out there to train with the #1 mermaid in the world. But she said it really sweeter and really, like, humble. I was like, wait, you're a mermaid? She's like, yeah, I make tails. I was like, what? Let me tell you, because I know some bitches who need tails. I'm really excited. So the things, like, I plan on heavily tapping you all. Because I know there's a lot of you chefs in chat that actually like cooking and enjoy it. What I've got on me, I think, is that I watch an inordinate amount of cooking TV. So, I've seen people fuck up a lot, and I know kind of the formula of a cooking competition show. It's the, like, food. Like, no shit, I have to cook more food in a 6 to 7 hour period than I eat in the 3-day period. I don't eat this many meals. I have, like, 1 meal and a fucking cup of M&Ms. I am such a fucking bird. It's terrible. The one thing that I know, because I was genuinely just thinking, like, what do I like? What do I like? The burger, I do love a burger. I love a good cheeseburger. I like a smash burger with American cheese and a pretzel bun. That's all I put down. And that the beef has to be at least 80-20 because I don't do that fucking fat-free shit. There ain't no flavor and I'm not here for it. But other than that, she blank. I know. Well, Dan was... I'm not kidding you, Genova. Dan was supposed to be part of it. But his precious little ball of perfect joy came into the world early. So Dan's like our cheerleader. He's our spiritual cheerleader, but absolutely a source I will be tapping. He was totally... For anyone... Dan is part of us. He's part of this crew. But his beautiful baby creature was born, and so obviously that's where his attention... Domestic dad had to kick in. So we are maybe we should cook... Oh my god. You all know how I have lies in his freezer. What if I cooked the lies? I wouldn't win. 80-20 at least, right? That's all I have down. Pretzel bun, American cheese, 80-20 beef at least. Because that's what I know I like. But appetizers? What do y'all do? Do people do that at home? Yeah, I have to make an appetizer, an entree, a dessert, and a burger. So 4. And aiming to allocate like an hour per thing. So I figure if I get a rough breakdown of what I'm going to do, I can do a practice run with you guys and see if we can actually do this. It's not that I can't cook. I do cook. I just don't enjoy it the way y'all do. So it's not like it's not easy for me. I'm very much a like peanut butter and jelly kind of girl. Just slap cheese on everything. I mean, I would. That'd be a problem for me. I love cheese. And you don't cook under pressure, right? No. No, I don't. So it's like, if I put a timer on and we do it during a stream and actually do the cutoffs when they're supposed to happen, because I figure it'd be good to do on stream, it'd be totally unrealistic to do it on my own because it's going to be live. It's going to be live on Twitch, chat's going to be up, and Zach's going to be walking around and fucking with us. And you know he's going to fuck with me. So having you guys here being distracting, I think is realistic. I think that would be a good practice. But the time frame. We have lots of time. Don't worry, this isn't like super crunch. But essentially, the team, would like to start the 2 weeks before the event. So we want to start the fundraiser on the 22nd. And the actual event, Vissy, is December 5th. Which is hilarious. I'm a what can I grab? Yeah, me too. I'm not kidding, Vissy. And the funny thing is, it was supposed to be the 6th. But some fucking Path of Exile is being released on the 6th. And so, because obviously it's for charity, it's for Make-A-Wish, they're putting a lot of money into us and investing in us coming out and doing this event. We would like to get the most eyes on us as possible. So, we had to kind of emergency move it. I know, Vissy. I know. It's ironic. The irony isn't lost. But I figure what I can do is anytime Zach comes up and tries to bother me, I can just bitch about how I was supposed to be at my friend Vissy's house. But instead, I'm here making burgers for Make-A-Wish. Just kidding, I would never. That's so amazing. But you know what I'm saying. I'm not doing a Path of Exile event. No, I'm not. I mean, no. Oh, God, no. I'm not that cool. I mean, I guess I can't say we're not that cool. We did get invited by Make-A-Wish and Red Robin to come and, like, raise money for them. That's pretty fucking cool. No, we're just trying to avoid the Path of Exile release. We didn't want to do our charity on the same day because, of course, everybody's going to be watching Path of Exile and playing Path of Exile. So it was just bad timing. We just didn't want to do it on the same day. Yeah, that was it. So we're just doing it a day early. But I was supposed to go and visit. Either Vissy was going to come visit myself or I was going to go out there for her birthday. And we were already tentative on it because literally we already got snow. And y'all know we get stuck in Denver like actually legitimately, like as much as we're good with snow here and we can all drive in it, the planes.
You dumped your donut. You gave her dog a sausage. You stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Thank you for the biddies, Taco. Good morning, love. The planes floor themselves when the snow hits, and not like literally Vissy and I. Vissy has like a job. Neither of us can afford to get stuck anywhere, so we were already like, do we do it? Do we not do it? Do we do it? And then this hit, and I was like, are you fucking with me, universe? It's the coolest thing, but also kind of shitty. But also the coolest thing. And it's for what an amazing cause. All I keep thinking is, and I don't know if you guys know this.
You slammed her. You dumped your donut. You gave her dog a sausage. You stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Well, Vissy, here's the thing. There's more to this. This story keeps getting bigger because it's so weird. So, you know how I was like, they offered to like ship us out and like put us up in hotels. Do you want to know where the Red Robin test kitchen is? Denver. I don't have to go anywhere. So you can still come here, but you might get stuck. I know. I literally just get to like hop into my car and drive downtown to do this. It's awesome. I know. It's hilarious. Because originally we were all going to be shipped out to like New York or something. Like they have a couple test kitchens, but no one lived in New York. Like no one on our team. And so we had no one central. And like when you're doing a cooking show, like we have to bring knives and cooking utensils and all the film equipment. So like we would have to, someone on the team would have had to fly in with computers. Like, fuck's sake, like doing, or, you know, like shitty little laptops or something and doing some half-ass stream from some glitchy piece of crap OBS setup. So instead of that, we found out that there's a couple of us who live in the Denver greater area. So now there's like 3 of us on the team who live in this area who can all go in days early and help set up. So I'm going to be going in the couple days before the event at nighttime to bring in computers and help set up cameras and do audio and bring in a mic and stuff like that. It's just so much fucking easier having a couple people local so we can actually do this. And I think Danica and Smash are going to fly in a day early to help out. But setup would be so much easier. Sous Chef Vissy? Dude, that'd be cheating. But I'd take a cheerleader. That'd be sick. Oh my god, yes, Crispy. Thank you.
No.
Seriously, that's as far as I got. It's terrible.
I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
Thank you for the biddies, Cocky. Kona, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive and giving any swings.
To be penetrated. Be penetrated by everything and everyone that is good in this life.
Allow yourself to be penetrated. Thank you for the hype train, you generous fucks. I feel like I've just like vomited words all over you today. It's been a lot. I'm really excited I got to tell you the exciting news though. This has been on the back burner for like a week in my brain. I know Smash popped in a few days ago and like dropped some hints in chat and I was like, you're still not letting me like, but we finally got it like settled in a date. Like it was really the day, like we all had it set on December 6th and we were all set, like mentally prepared. And then we realized Path of Exile was coming out the same day. So we were all fucked. We were like, oh fuck. So we just didn't want to have people counting on it on a different day. The worst part of being fired from a job at the unemployment office is still having to come into work the next day. Sick. That's a deep cut, Rich. That made me think a minute, you fucker. What a miserable position to be in. Chash, yes. If you want to put it in the Discord as well so it doesn't disappear. Absolutely. You did so good not leaking the news. Thank you. I tried. I mean, it helps keeping my brain busy. But I knew you guys would think it's cool. Because, like, again, like I was saying earlier, all that keeps going through my mind is if you guys don't watch cooking TV or are interested in the cooking whatever, you probably have. I literally, I watch so much cooking TV for not liking cooking. It's really weird. But there's this chick. I think she goes by like the Barefoot Contessa or some shit like that. No, Ina Garten. Are those the same person? I don't know. Ina Garten. I'm not kidding you. A child made a wish to see Ina Garten, a child who was probably dying, and Ina Garten said no. That's what keeps running through my mind. And I've known about that. That happened years ago. Many, many years ago. I can't remember when, like a bit ago. And the moment I was invited by Make-A-Wish, I was like, wow, some people say no to this. What? What a gross fuck twat do you... And then get this, the story was the kid wanted to see Ina Garten. Ina Garten said no, so the kid was like, okay. And some other chef or some TV chef was like, I'll hang out with this kid. And they had a great time. And when Ina Garten heard about it, she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I guess I will hang out with the dying child. And the dying child told her to fuck off. Amazing. I don't know if they were dying or not. Probably really sick. That's usually the Make-A-Wish thing, but that is just... Can you fucking imagine? What the fuck? Good on that kid. Yeah, Ina Garten can eat a bag of dicks. I agree. What kind of human? I mean, literally, and this is, I say this knowing full well Vissy would agree. It doesn't matter what was going on in my life. If Make-A-Wish says, hey, will you come out and raise some money for us for a day? You bet your ass. Yes. What? Not only is it a crazy honor for your community to be recognized that way, but like, who the fuck says no? Ina Garten says no. And she didn't even have to do anything. That was literally just to hang out with the kid. We're raising money for the foundation. She didn't even have to do that.
You stuffed her like a Thanksgiving
Like,
turkey.
not that we're better than, but she wasn't. I mean, it's just crazy to me. I don't know. Some people are so wrapped up in their own fucking world, it blows my mind. Like how selfish that can, you know what I'm saying? Wild. Thank you for those biddies, B. And thank you for the hype train, you generous hoes. I hope you're having a beautiful day. So yeah, menu ideas I would appreciate. Things accomplishable by myself in an hour. And then the other thing is, I want to come up with, you know how we use a wheel for movie night? If you don't come to movie night, that's totally fine. We have movie night every night in the Discord. But essentially, we found a website where you can make like a wheel to spin, and you can fill it in with whatever. I wrote down some ideas for that, because I want to work on the cosplays from, because we literally just did St. Jude's, like, what, 4 months ago? And I have a lot of those cosplays, like, ready. Like, I've been doing the shitty parts off stream, the, like, pattern making and shit like that, but I have a lot of that ready to go. I want to do that while we raise money. But I figured it'd be fun to have, like, a wheel of punishment kind of thing, like, where it's, like, bamboozle beans, or do squats, or... What else? I wrote down some ideas. What did I write down? I wrote... squats, sing a song, take a hit, like, really rare shit on the wheel, too, where it'll be, like, mayonnaise tasting, eating hot sauce, things like that, sticking gems or stickers all over myself, taking an edible, that'd be fun, get the pups, have a pup snuggle, I don't know, and then, like, I'm really bad with ideas like this. I've done this so many times, I'm trying to come up with new things. Like, I've literally never done the bamboozled bean thing. I went straight to eating crickets. I would like to not do that. They get stuck in my teeth, and it feels like popcorn kernels, and it's fucking disgusting, and it's just a miserable experience. But I'll do fucked up shit. Like, I'm here for the kids. I'll do fucked up shit. I would just prefer to avoid the crickets this time. It's just real gross. Keef bowl. Ooh, that's a good one. Because these are all things I can do while I'm standing and bending wire. So these will be, so the streams between the 22nd and the 4th of December. So literally the 2 weeks before the charity, exactly. Or before the charity, before the event. And then the event will be December 5th. Yeah, so it'll start the 22nd, which is in, what, 4, 5, 6 days? It's crazy fast. We're all completely aware this is so fucking short notice, and so, but it's, what an honor. I mean, you can't say no. Can't say no when Make-A-Wish asks you to work with them. That's crazy. And it's just like the cherry on the top that's Red Robin, because yum. I know, it's, yeah, it's literally Viata's birthday. I know. Instead of hot sauce, you should swap it up and get something like really. I love sour. Is there something like grotesquely bitter or something? Yes, it's literally across two of my favorite people's birthdays. Yes. And it's like my sister's is 2 days before it. Like I'll be down at the test kitchen helping set up on my sister's birthday, which is December 3rd. Yeah. Lot of use. Lot of use. Yes. Hold on, my chat just did the doubly thing. Let me read. There we go. We need to wait. We need you to be in cosplay. CK rolls up, fully packed suitcase. Did you already have that ready? I mean, I would. I'm set. Don't put anything on there that will cause you physical distress because you know folks will focus on those and make you ill. Well, it's gonna be a wheel, so it's like chance. I mean, I figure what I'll do is once we come up with a bunch of ideas, we can make like 3 or 4 wheels, and it'll be like $5 donation gets to roll this wheel. $20 donation gets to roll this wheel, $50 and up rolls this wheel, and that will be like the terrible one. You think that's a good idea? I don't know. These are just things I was spitballing in my mind while we were having a meeting this morning. Your sister's December 5th too? No shit. That's fucking great. Yes, I love warheads. No shit. Before Zach and I were together at all, like we literally were barely even friends. I think we had just started doing Nocturne together. Zach went on a trip to Japan and he mailed me, are they umeboshi plums? They look like buttholes. That was why he mailed them to me. And we're the butthole people. So of course that happened. But they're like these plums in Japan that are allegedly some of the most sour, horrible things you can ever eat in your life. I was sorely disappointed. I've had more sour things in my mouth. I love sour though. It makes me kind of sweat thinking about it though. It was sour. But it wasn't the most sour thing I've ever had. But I love sour stuff. Whereas like some of those, I've done the ring of hot sauces. I've had the Da Bomb. I've had what's Mad Dog, whatever. I've had the worst hot sauces in the world. Those are horrible. But it's like fake pain. You know, it's pain, but it's not actually hurting you. I don't know. Oh my god, Taco, do you love them? We're the butthole people. I didn't do that. It just happened. Ooh, weird candy'd be fun. Ooh, I could try that. That's a good one. I literally still have leftovers. We did cricket cookies, crickets that were like taco seasoning flavored or something. Like I've done the bugs. They don't bother me other than it gets stuck in my gums. And then I'm like flossing cricket parts out of my gums for days. And that just makes me feel dirty. I'd rather lick mayonnaise. And I fucking hate mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying? Cheers. Where's my lighter? Oh. I 100% believe that, Vex. That shit is disgusting. It wouldn't taste good in chili, though. Ooh, wait. The dice. You could do it with dice, too, instead of a wheel, and each dice level's higher for things. Ooh. Ooh. I like the idea of incorporating dice. Because I have those. I was going to ask, do they still make, like, Jones soda? I haven't seen that shit in years, but, like, I remember back in the day, they made, like, Thanksgiving dinner flavored Jones soda and shit like that I definitely never tried because I have zero interest in that fuckery, but I'd do it for charity. Check Target. Okay, weird. I'm going to write down weird sodas because I just haven't, not that I'm not looking for them. Weird soda. Target. I like incorporating dice, yeah. I need to pack my bowl. She's just smoking herself over here. See, I bet downtown Denver we have something like that. I'm not a soda drinker. So I've never really seeked it out. I've already had Malort, so like I don't know how we go.
Allow yourself to be penetrated.
Do we go up or down from
Be
there?
penetrated by everything and everyone that is good in this
Duncan,
life.
thank you so much for subbing for 3 months. You generous hoe. I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing is better than sexy, sober consent. Ooh, is this weird? Ooh. I'm like really upset about this. Would this entice you all? Is it gonna show the right screen? Nope. Never will. Never will. Does this entice you to give me money for charity? How about this? If we get through all of them, whatever the last one is, I'll put a tablespoon of mayo in it. That is disgusting. Malort's disgusting. No. Malort is like this weird rite of passage where Dan's like, oh, are we friends? Try this. And you do, and you're like, wow, that's the grossest thing I've ever put in my mouth. And he's like, yeah, now we're friends. I don't know why or what happened, but for some reason, everyone I know has tried it, and always with Dan. Myself included. No, Dan is from fucking bumfuck middle of nowhere, Eastern Washington, like myself. No shit, very similar childhoods. I think he just wants us to all hurt together. Oh, are they disgusting? That's what it was basically. Like, if these are not as gross as they appear, I don't want to waste money on them. Because the point of this is for this to be terrible. Oh my god, there's more. No. I don't even want to show you that one. Oh, fuck. I might have to get that one, though. I'm, like, really upset. Erican, we're friends forever, but also, I hate you. Ranch is foul. It's the motherfucking pain train again! I'm upset. I'm so, what up, Jeff? By the way, I love you. Thank you. I'm so excited. It's such a fucking cool opportunity. I'm like selfishly really excited to hang out with all my friends, but also it's going to be so exciting. If you don't get it for yourself, okay, I'll get it. Deal. If this, I mean, seriously, I know myself and I like to watch my streamer cringe and hate everything they're doing. If they're not bothered by it, I'm much less likely to donate. So I just apply that to myself. I fucking hate mayonnaise, ranch, anything that's white jelly sauce fucking flavored. Not a fan. That is horrific. I thankfully have a pretty strong constitution. It's textures that get me for vomiting. Thank fuck. So, like, if you have ideas that are weird flavors, feel free to shoot them out there. Weird textures, that might push me over. Like, eating a spoonful of mayonnaise, I might vomit. I might actually vomit. That's just so fucking gross. But if I had to shake it up in some soda, take a drink, and then hate myself forever, I'd probably can do that. Like, flavors don't do it. It's the, fuck. I actually love eggs. Eggs don't freak me out. The textures for me, Vissy describes it the best. It's when something is soft, like either overwhelmingly thick and soft, or thick and soft with crunchy bits.
I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
That's about it. Those. That. Boba. Tapioca pudding. Rice pudding, bread pudding. Just wet bread? Absolutely not. Like, I wouldn't even put that on the wheel as much as it makes me miserable because I would puke and it would ruin everything for the kids. That is my, like, I'd rather eat bugs. What a creeper. Yeah, all of those jiggly, just like mouthfuls of like firm, jiggly gross won't, that'll puke me. But eggs don't bother me. I like eggs. But get this, if there's an eggshell in the first bite, I physically can't finish the eggs. Like, my trust is now broken, and I probably won't eat eggs for a while because there was a crunchy in my soft. It sounds childlike. It's obsessive. I know it. I'm well aware. But that's where my limit is. That's where it goes. Whereas, like, if I know there's supposed to be, I don't know. No, probably not. But yeah, that's it. I can't with that. But weird flavors, they gross me out, but I won't puke. Wet bread, like a soggy sandwich. Like, people that make a sandwich and then keep it in a bag all day, and then when they go for it, the bread just disintegrates. I can't eat that. Like, I will just... It's so bad. It's so bad. It's such a weird problem, but I can't. I'm a dry sandwich bitch. Give me that dry Sammy any fucking day. Peanut butter on both sides with jelly in the middle because the peanut butter keeps the bread from getting gross. Can't do it. Gross bread. Just, no. Soggy cereal? Fuck it. I'd puke. Like, I physically can't do it. It's so gross to me. Like, that texture is... Like, my body knows it's wrong. So my body's like, absolutely not. Don't swallow that. Because it's wrong. I've never had anything go soggy from butter. I feel like butter's different because it's like an inch step beyond soggy. It's when the bread literally is like mush. And I know you know what I'm talking about. It's pizza that's undercooked with too much sauce. So by the time that pizza makes it to your house, the middle is soft because the sauce has softened the dough that wasn't cooked enough. And it's just gross. And the end of your pizza goes... And it's not even foldable because it's just... That is fucked to me. I can dip a Sammy in soup, but I gotta eat it right away. Whereas, like, in some places, they do, like, hot dipped sandwiches where they give you the sandwich pre-dipped. You go fuck yourself. Absolutely not. I will dip my own sandwich bite at a time. Yes, grilled cheese and tomato soup is a perfect meal. Like, if I'm sick, that's what I want. If I'm sad, that's what I want. Grilled cheese and tomato soup, man. They do that pre-dipped. I'm not kidding you. Yep. Is it hot beef or something? Yeah, so you get it pre-dipped, and it's just your plate is just covered in wet. Yeah, it's just wet bread. I can't with that. I like pasta, but that's different. Because it's not mush. It's not disintegrating. Pre-dipped sandwiches, who hurt you? It's real. Tell me that's real, isn't it? It's like a hot beef sandwich or something. I can't remember where the fuck they make it, but it's real. And it's disgusting. It is. Okay, I just want to... Butter? William. Will, thank you for resubbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings for 61 months. Did I fucking miss that?
Bitch, did you just sneak by 61 months? Motherfucker, absolutely not. Cheers. Thank you.
Squish that cat.
That too.
Shut up. Cheers. Look at this little shit. I kind of get that, Militia. If it's not cooked enough, I need it to be cooked. Like, some people like to cook the French toast or pancakes where the middle is kind of raw. Go fuck off. Absolutely not. Nope. Yep, dipped Italian beef with peppers. I'm sure it tastes incredible. I would just need that dip separate. That wet sandwich can absolutely... it's texture, that's it. I don't know why, though. It just happened at some point, and I was like, wow, a mouthful of squish makes me feel gross. Most Italian beef sandwiches come dipped, but the good places use bread that doesn't break down and holds its structure after being dipped. That's incredible. I've had sandwiches that literally have nothing but, like, mayonnaise on them, and they go mushy, and I'm just like, why did you do that to me? Because now I can't eat my sandwich. No shit of waffles? I like waffles. Crepes, I don't understand. They're like a breath of a bread. I feel like crepes are just a vessel to get something in your mouth. Every time I've had a crepe, I'm like, it's like the LaCroix of bread. The LaCroix of bread. That's what it feels like. the LaCroix of bread. I don't know. It just feels sad. I just spilled a little bit of weed. Bastard. I'm sure they're good somewhere. Yep, same. Bezbelly, they're lightning fast, and you only dip what you're biting. Like, I will take a monstrous bite if I accidentally dip too much, because God forbid that just stays wet. Yeah, they're a texture and you add filling. That's what I thought, because I've had crepes where it was like, the crepe was the main feature, and it literally was like the LaCroix of bread. I was like, what is this? A breath of bread. I don't know what's happening here. But then I've had, like, savory crepes. There's this place in my college town that was, like, Russian-owned, and they did savory crepes that were, like, smoked salmon and sour cream and, like, dill and chives and onions or something. I don't know. It was weird, but so tasty. Like, that was good. And the crepe was kind of cooked a little bit more, so it wasn't soft. It was kind of crisp. I wouldn't say crunchy, but, like, the shape that they folded it in around, like, the smoked salmon and stuff, it stayed that way, and it was, like, crisp and crunchy, and it flaked. I don't know. It was really, that was dank. But sweet felt like, I don't know, it just was nothing. That aren't traditional. They're my grandma's mock recipe, and they're always everybody's favorite. I believe that. Did I just get weed on my face? Oh my God, Catherine. Kewpie mayo is a house standard over here. I can't do mayo. It's just because it's wet, though. It's weird. Like, I've had grilled cheese sandwiches made with mayo. Delicious. Like, there's no wet going on. Like, some people put mayo on the outside of the bread to fry it instead of butter. I don't notice a difference. I'm not that fancy about it. It's the texture of mayo for me. Like, I just don't want a mouthful of that jello-y. It's just white jam. If you think of that, that's what mayonnaise. It's egg jam. I don't want none of your egg jam. You do you though, boo-boo. You can have it all. I'm good. I'm egg jammed out. You know what I'm saying? Egg jelly, egg vinegar jelly, egg vinegar oil jelly. I think that's what's in it, right? That's shitty mayo. Gotta get them on the Duke. Oh my God. Fucking Dukes. I have like this thing in my mind where I purposefully avoid Dukes because they have a mascot. Like, they actually have someone who chugs a barrel of Duke's mayonnaise for some reason when they win a certain sport. They have a stuffed animal that is a Duke's mayonnaise jar. The fact that there's just this weird it's mayonnaise. What? You could be rallying around delicious things, and you're like, I'm gonna buy the mayonnaise stuffy. What? America. Do you need to shit? Do you need to make a shit? Do you want to snuggle? Or a shit? You're wagging your tail at both. You want to snuggle? Yeah, you want to snuggle. Snuggles are the best. Now your sister's gonna come hump your leg because she's jealous. Aioli's pretty good, but I use it like as a fried dipping sauce. I wouldn't put it on bread. It's just because I don't trust it to not make the bread mushy, and I eat slow. But I'd use it. If you gave me a side of aioli, I'd dip my sandwich in it. I've done that. Like, I'll get a dry burger and dip it in ketchup. Not ashamed. Eat how you want to eat. As long as you're not fucking hurting anyone, you eat what makes you comfortable, and I'll eat the way that makes me comfortable. I have my cereal separate from the milk because I don't like soggy cereal. Call me a sociopath, but I'm going to eat the way that makes me happy. Otherwise, I'm just not going to eat. Fuck that. Don't make fun of people for the way they eat. Aw, bud. At least we eat. You'll eat anything. Yeah. Yeah, literally, that's what I mean. Like, unless you're impeding on someone else's good time, like, don't reach onto someone else's plate and start touching their food. Chewing with your mouth open or talking with your mouth full, pretty fucking universally agreed to be disgusting. Work on that. You know, general niceties. But other than that, my girl Vis gets made fun of for that shit, and it pisses me off to no end. Because people like to say it to her. Like, I just don't understand what the fuck. Why people are watching people eat. I got trapped in traffic. Oh, people blocking my way, and the only way for me to go was into a Costco I didn't want to. What the fuck? Why? Oh, savage, I can't. Same. Mouth sounds. Oh, God. I just feel bad because it's like, no one told you this was gross. No one taught them. That sucks. 100%. I mean, I want to stab people who chew with their, or talk with their mouth full. Oh, no, and just let food fall out of their mouth. I kind of want to stab you too, but I won't. But I kind of want to. I couldn't do that. Yeah. Oh, man, Bezbelly, you're better. I couldn't. Now, if I can see your food being masticated, we're going to have a talk once you swallow. My dick! The aioli is almost entirely just garlic and olive oil, and tricky as fuck to get the emulsion to hold. That's probably it. It's delicious, though. I love aioli. No shit. I will dip fries in that endlessly. I love garlic. Like, I know this is a meme, and I'm not alone. I'm not unique in this. But if the recipe is like, add a clove of garlic, you mean 5, right? Who the fuck wastes their time dicing 1 clove of garlic? Bitch, we fucking heel stomping at least 6. I love garlic. Shit's good for your heart health, too. I've literally never had a meal where I was like, there was too much garlic in that. Ever. It's not like it's raw. Someone had a brain fart and stopped at a green light when, oh, aren't those the best? We have a lot of people around here that like to stop at 2-way stops and try to let you go like they're doing you a favor. Like, they don't have a stop sign, but they will stop. And they do this. And you're like, bro, you got 6 cars behind you in the right of way. What the fuck is going on? A lot of that in Colorado. It's very weird. Surprisingly low on the poll for reasons why I left him. I'm glad you did. Fuck that shit. The Stinking Rose. What is that? Homemade aioli twice. Now that I have my immersion blender, I'll try again. Is it, so you're basically making your own mayonnaise, kind of, right? But it's like garlic mayonnaise. Pickled cloves are delicious. Pickled anything, though, Vile, you know that. We're pickle people. I've sat waiting for a stop sign to turn green. We've all been there. We've all been there. Brain farts. There's some intersections you always hit a red, so when you get a green, it's like, oh shit, it's actually green. Yeah, it's probably literally muscle memory. You're stabbing me with your little fingernail. Do you need to go potty? Don't go outside. Okay. I have to pee too. Oh, pickled hell, dude. When I was in high school, I worked at a taco time. I know I did push through break time on we definitely need to take a break. It's a little late, bud. I worked at a taco time and we had a salsa bar of all like handmade salsas and shit. And there was one of the tubs was pickled, like strained pickled jalapenos. And then we in-house made this like salsa ranch. And when I was real broke and couldn't afford any food, I would just get little cups of the pickled jalapenos and this ranch, and I would dip jalapenos in ranch for lunch. Hey, it was a meal. I'll be right back. I gotta pee. Stretch your dicks. Get some water. Load a bowl. I don't think I have any more exciting news. We can still talk about ideas and stuff, but if you guys want to put on Has Been in the background while we brainstorm, I'm totally down. I preloaded a bunch of episodes. If you guys wanted some cartoons. I haven't rewatched it once, so I kind of am totally down. That's it. I'll be back. I gotta pee. Hold on. I have to add these disgusting sodas to my cart. Ugh. I've never done a shower bong simply because I don't have the type of shower with literally anywhere to set it, but I do a shower or a bath bong. 100%. Oh my god, they have grass soda. Dirt soda? I put a little dirt on my pillow for the dirt man. In case he comes. That's disgusting. Anyways, yes. Yeah, I have an ashtray and shit in the bathroom for when I take baths. I definitely smoke a bong in the bath. Just hotbox that steamy room out. It's the best. And Human Militia, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy life. I'm giving you swings for fucking 26 months. That's a long time.
Go forth and be consensual, bitch.
Yeah, no, it's the best. But I just don't, there's no shelves in my bath. Like, nowhere that the shower wouldn't hit it. The bong? It's probably a great idea, though. But yeah, it's awesome to just like lay in hot water. And no shit, a while ago, Vissy got me these like THC bath bomb crystals. I'm out of them now, but I would literally only put like a teaspoon in at a time, and it was just enough for that like, full body layout. Ugh, it was so nice. I used to mask my smoking pots in my parents' house with a bath bong. Seriously? I never had to mask it because my parents secretly smoked weed. They literally had like one of those hydroponic growing things in my painting art studio in the basement. And they were like, yeah, we're growing tomatoes. I was like, sure smells like tomatoes. We all just pretended. It was just like this weird, like, yeah, I guess I'll pretend that you don't smoke pot and I don't steal it out of your room and you'll pretend that I don't and we'll just all pretend together. Because that makes sense. Remember to hydrate. You want to watch some Has-Been and hang out? I kept my bong in the bathroom at my house. Kids weren't allowed to go into the bathroom when the door is shut. Parents do this all wrong. I've never had a kid crawling on my on me on the toilet. I was never in the bathroom with my mom either. I don't know what she did with us. But I don't know what you do with a child. If you got a shit and you got a baby, like, what do you do? I had my parents pretend that, but my mom would like we'd go to like a Christmas lunch or something with my mom and her friends when we were kids, and then they would drop weird lore about my mom and smoking pot or like staying out late and shit, and I was like, and my mom would just laugh and not deny any of it. I was like, I did not ever try to smoke cigarettes or pot in my parents' house, and me neither. Inside, never. No. They were teens in the 60s, no chance. And that's the thing. My mom was like a teen / early college in the 70s. I think she graduated with her associates or whatever in 72. There was no smell that I was getting away with. My dad straight up has told me he dealt pot in high school. He was a pot dealer. Like, there was no hiding that. I had no fucking chance in hell. Like, I wouldn't. But I just didn't smoke inside. Like, it seemed gross. Now I know that pot doesn't stick. So, like, if I leave my house for a couple hours and come back, it doesn't smell like pot. It smells like dog. When I hear bath bong, honestly, it sounds like bath bomb, which they make THC bath bombs. Bath bong, though. That'd be cool if it was. I mean, no shit, Aquarion. On hemper.com right now, they have a bong that's a rubber ducky, I think. Hold on. That might be a perfect bath bong. No shit, Hemper. They have everything. I swear to God. Check this. Is it going to show the right screen? Please do it. Look at him. It's a bath bong. They already did it. See? Boom. Mom can't handle edibles. I got a call at 1 a.m. from my mom about a year ago. She was freaking out after eating my edibles. Oh my God. Oh, that's terrible. That is cute. It's probably a good one too. It's nice and upright. It looks like it's easy to clean. That's all I care about. I just want it to be easy to clean because, man, like this one, I love this one, but there is no direct way to get a goddamn, you can't get a pipe cleaner into any of this. So I soaked it overnight and I hot watered it today, like boiling water, and it's still that stuff. I love being able to get a pipe cleaner in there and actually clean it out. One time she did say, can you be better about hiding your homemade bongs? And she held up one of those juice bottles with the giant character. Oh. Yeah. My mom found a couple of my apple bongs, but I don't know, she would act like she didn't know what it was. She would just find it like thrown in the field or whatever, and she'd be like, stop wasting food. And we were like, that's not okay. We're hype as fuck, Geck. I'm not kidding you. Immediately, within 60 seconds of hanging up on the call in the meeting, I was like, I didn't ask if I could talk about it. I didn't ask if this is a fucking secret. I've been like taunting my community with this super exciting news for like a week now, and I had no idea. So I just left Discord open, and I was just sitting here all morning like, don't worry, guys. We have really exciting news. Oh, I can tell you about the really exciting news. And we talked about it, and it's so fucking awesome. I'm so excited. It's really exciting. It's not it wasn't like a secret. We just didn't have dates set. So it was like talking about something, but not knowing when it was genuinely going to happen, or, seemed dumb. So having the date set is nice. And that was all the Path of Exile shit. But I'm so fucking excited. It's going to be so much fun. I was telling Chat Gek, like, when we first were hit up about this, and I think it was Danica that hit me up first and was like, hey, Make-A-Wish is interested in working with our group because they were impressed with what we did for St. Jude's and shit like that. The first thing that went through my mind was that years ago, I read a story about Ina Garten and how a child who was being sponsored by Make-A-Wish to have a wish granted, requested to hang out with Ina Garten or just meet Ina Garten, and Ina Garten said no. And I knew about this this happened years and years and years ago. First thing that popped into my mind, I was like, who the fuck says no? And no shit, the best part of the rest of the story is that another like famous chef or whatever, I can't remember who, stepped in and was like, I'll hang out and take this kid on a fun day if they want to. And the kid was like, absolutely. And when Ina Garten heard about this, they were like, oh, I'm sorry. I guess I can meet the child. And the child told her to fuck off. I love that. Because what? Help. We can't understand that because what the fuck? Yeah, in a world of Ina Gartens, be a John Cena. Cheers to that. Can I take that? That's beautiful. That's just elegant. That's so poignant. In a world of Ina Gartens, be a John Cena. Cheers to that. Right? I mean, for fuck's sake. I don't know. And I try to give people the benefit of the doubt always. Like, do you not know what Make-A-Wish is? Did someone not communicate? But how? This is a woman, I think, in her 60s or 70s. How do you... There's no fucking way you don't know what Make-A-Wish is. There's no fucking way. Imagine being that much of a snob that you can make literally make a sick child's dream come true. I physically cannot. No. Physically cannot. And then to think it's okay to, like, backtrack and be like, oh, I see they had a great time with someone else. I guess I could do that. What the fuck? Crazy. 76. There you go. Yeah. It's just weird to me. It's such a fucking honor. I'm so excited. I'm selfishly super fucking excited to hang out with all my friends. But also really excited for the rest. And Gek, I already have my community helping me on a menu. Cause like, I've talked about it a few, maybe I've mentioned it. Not the best cook. I like what's called white trash dinner, a nice Kraft mac and cheese with some pizza rolls on the side. If I'm feeling spicy, I might make a grilled cheese sandwich. So, but I got a lot of chefs in my chat, so we're thinking we're gonna like pre-make a menu and maybe do a practice run or something just to see if Katie's actually physically capable. It'll be funnier if I'm not, I guarantee it. But also, I want to at least give edible food. Just edible. I watch so much cooking TV. I love cooking TV. I love cooking competitions. I love just like cooking YouTube channels. I watch so many of them all the time. So I can speak on cooking really confidently. I expect white girl to quill. I could make us a quesadilla. I could make us a quesadilla. Let's fucking go. It's raw! What are you? An idiot sandwich! We do have a small army of cooks. No shit, I love it. Because there's so many of my friends that have literally worked in kitchens, are like chefs and genuinely enjoy cooking. And I think we identify because I genuinely enjoy eating and genuinely enjoy watching cooking. It's like watching science. Or like watching witchcraft. I just have no confidence in it. But it is witchcraft. You're just doing chemistry up in that kitchen. That's all that is. But my brain is like, what? Why'd you put that in it? Because it smelled good. What? You know? So that's where the help is going to be greatly appreciated. It's going to be the best. Robert Downey Jr. had a kid through Make-A-Wish, request a meeting. And not only did he say yes, he had the kid made an Iron Man arm prosthetic, full lights and sound. That's fucking incredible. And delivered as Tony Stark, that's the way you do it. Got to set up kitchen cams. You know, we're not far from my kitchen. If I could get this camera to function with an extension, it's not. I'm honestly, what I'm thinking is setting up like a real janky stream just on my iPad for the kitchen streams, because for some reason, USB extension cords, even if you get the USB 3 extension cord, blah, 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 it fucks the cameras up so bad. I don't know why. Every camera I've ever had, the moment you put an extension in, it acts like it's special. Ooh, Sini Moose, what are we smoking today? We are smoking Pre-99 Star Dog, which allegedly is a 30.54% THC. Allegedly. It smells like piss. I'll tell you that. It's very pissy. Kitchen witches! We're going to be the kitchen. Literally, you are kitchen witches. I'm going to do my best. Me and my girlfriend made homemade bread and tons of baked goods. Oh, it is witch. Baking is absolutely chemistry. That's wizardry and chemistry, hands down. That shit's amazing. It's delicious chemistry and it's fun because you can even eat the mistakes well sometimes. That's true. I learned recently the term chef snacks. That's been a fun one I learned on YouTube. It's when you're cooking and you get like the burnt edges of cheese that fall off on the pan or something and you just get to nom those up when no one's around. Ugh, love that idea. My SL is continually in awe of the fact I can julienne an onion without looking. I wouldn't do that. I'm still smoking something my brother-in-law called fire something. Oh, well, when I cook, I don't want anyone around because I'm self-conscious, so I'm usually alone. Cooking's 80% chemistry, 15% physics, 5% of this might work, literally. And when it does, it's fascinating to me. Thumb against the blade to hold it steady, and you won't. I mean, you ain't gonna get this bitch to not look at what she's slicing with a sharp knife. That's not happening. Yep, now I'm under pressure, being judged, and on a clock. And the clock is the one, the real reason I want to practice with you guys. The clock. Because I get, like, just a clock in itself. But, I mean, that's the fun of it. I know I'm not the only person that gets nervous under pressure with a clock. So, it'll be entertaining. I'll sweat. I might cry a little. It'll be funny, though. I just have enough of this weed left to last me until I see him again next week, and he can give me more. That's kind of perfect. Well, that's the thing. Like, no shit. That was one of the questions in our meeting. Is everybody okay with cutting onions? And I was like, man, I'll cry, but it'll be funny. Like, that was my life. When I was a kid and I worked at a taco time, we had to show up at 4 a.m. to start making salsa from scratch. And so 5 o'clock a.m., you'd be cutting onions in mass, you know, using one of those fucking block chomper things. And I'd just be weeping, like literally just streaming down my face. And all my coworkers would laugh at me. It was funny. But I do weep heavily from an onion. Lucky I can't come. I cook like a champion. I would guarantee almost anyone there is a better cook than I am. I can cook. I just don't enjoy it, so I choose not to do it. Like, but I can. I don't have zero skills. Like, I'm aware. I've done food safety and worked in a kitchen a few times. I can. I just, like, don't a lot. And so the timing is the part where it's like, I gotta get that part down. I like making Bixmad? Basically using whatever you have and mixing the shit up in a pan. Like, oh yeah, 100%. I call that something out of nothing. Something out of nothing nights where you just make like the most dank stir fry, but you don't know what it is. Trust your, you know what my toxic trait is? Following a recipe to the T and feeding someone a meal without ever tasting any of it. First. It's the worst, but like, and this is just while I'm cooking at home, but I have this thing where like, I don't want to eat it. Anything I cook, because I'm over it. Like, I've already bathed in the smell of it and I've tasted it 4 times and I'm done now. So like, I have absolutely made a decked out fucking meal and then straight up made myself a PB&J. And fed people this delicious meal and then ate in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because I'm sick of it. I'm just tired. I'm not excited anymore. I've bathed in the smell for hours. I've tasted it 10 times. I have no idea if it even tastes different anymore. If you like it, that's great. I'm going to eat some peanut butter on toast. Like, I default that way a lot. And so a lot of the times I end up just giving people food and being like, all right, here's some salt and pepper. I don't know. It's always fine because I'm good at following a recipe, but that's the only way I can eat it is to not pre-taste it because then I'm excited, which is weird. It's how many times will the glasses fall off before she stopped putting them back? I know I'm trying to tuck them under there. If I set them down, I will lose them. There we go. I was trying to get them to stick under my fucking head. I will lose them. They will be gone. Knife skills are real. Knife skills are a myth. Anyone with proper instruction can cut like a professional. I have $300 knives in my kitchen, but I probably am not a knife skill person. They work real nice though. I learned something called turning a carrot recently. I learned how to turn a carrot. That was fun. I watch a lot of cooking TV. Like I said, like I will spout out cooking shit all the time, but I don't cook enough. You shouldn't listen to me. It's honestly, I watch a lot of Mythical Kitchen. You should watch Mythical Kitchen. They're fun. Turn it. It's turning it. Turn the carrot. I don't have confidence like that, Missile. I can't. I'm comforted by a recipe. Like, I'll work within the bounds of a recipe. So, like, when it says add to taste or something like that, or garnish with or whatever, I'll work within that. But the rest of it, I just am nervous. It's like, I mean, like, for instance, I could make a fucking incredible hollandaise sauce, like a real one. I am so good at that. I could whip one up right now if I wanted to. Unfortunately, no one in my house likes hollandaise sauce, so I never do. But it's something I grew up having to do for Christmas morning, so I can do that. I have these, like, bizarre one-off skills I can do, but I never do because no one needs it, and it's kind of superfluous and unnecessary. Like, who makes hollandaise for one human? I'm a former chef dating a girl that runs her own tea garden with pastries. Oh, I have high standards and will be watching. Feel free to laugh because that will be a cue. Like you fucked up. If I hear a giggle, I'm gonna be like, oh, it happened. She did it dumb. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be that one that's looking at everybody else. A tourniquet. The amount of turn is that how you spell it? Turned potatoes I've made in my life. I learned how to do that recently, and I did it. I turned the carrot, and then I julienned it for no reason other than to put it on a salad, and because I saw it on a show and it looked pretty. That's it. Yes. So, long story short, super exciting announcement. Our team that raised money for St. Jude's earlier this year has been invited to raise money once again, but for Make-A-Wish Foundation in accordance or in partnership, I don't know, I guess sponsored by whatever, Red Robin. So we're all getting to go to a Red Robin kitchen for like an entire day and cook like mad people and have judges judge it. It's going to be fun and scary and hilarious. And Zach's going to be the announcer. He's going to be the MC, if you will. So that'll be fun, because you know I'll get fucked with. But it's going to be a cooking show. Yeah, it's going to be live on Smash's channel. It's going to be awesome. I'm super excited. Like, it's incredible. It's like in cahoots. That's a good one. Yeah, in cahoots with. So the date of it is December 5th. And I believe it will start about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will be going for about we're aiming for like 6 to 7 hours. Ish. It's going to be fucking hilariously fun. Oh yeah. It's going to be so much fun. Smashly. I would say the co-owner of our team. Smashly and Danica, I mean, it's such a funny story because it was so random, but literally Smashly and Danica Rockwood were hanging out at the St. Jude Summit, and they were like, hey, do you want to like invite some friends to make a stream team and raise money for St. Jude? Sure. And they did that, and in under a month, we all raised over $140,000. It was just astronomical. It was fucking crazy. Severely crazy. And Make-A-Wish noticed and invited us to come work with them, and it's so exciting. Like, what a cool thing to be known for. Of all the things, like, I know I'm known for butts, but for my community to be known for being part of such a cool thing, and that is, I don't know, what's another word than cool? Amazing. It's really a big honor and super fucking dope. That's it. If I'm gonna be known for anything in my life, raising money for charity and doing fun things with them, that's it. I'm good. I'm topped there. That's the coolest. Still laughing at my nephew. I'm an adult now. I can make my own decisions. Yeah, tell my mother that during the 2nd and 3rd weeks of December when she does the annual cookie weeks, it doesn't matter if you have plans. I like making Christmas cookies. My family did candy, though. We did, like, almond roca. I know! DJ cooks. You know the irony, Geck? I didn't say it during the meeting because I think it's so funny. But in our house, Zeke is the cook. He cooks 90% of the food. Close to 100. I cook like twice a month. I take care of the takeout, if you know what I'm saying. He's the chef. He has $300 knives. Like, he has very nice equipment. He loves to cook now. So the irony of him being the MC and he's going to come at me, I know he will. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be great. Because he's the one, like, I don't. It's going to be fun. I'm super excited. What was the last song? Game Time by 3Lau and Ninja. It is a good song. This is a decent list I made. It's like chiller EDM, I guess you would say. Did it just stop out of nowhere now? Because I said something? Douchebag. I clean up. That's where I am. Yep, I love to clean. I love to do dishes. So, like, if I'm knocked out in an earlier round, which is probably likely, I'll probably just start butting in and taking dishes and cleaning people's dishes. Like, that's me. Holiday parties and shit, you find me in the sink. That's where I thrive and shine. I'm a cleaner. 100% me too. Yep. Oh, it's going to be so fucking cool. I'm so beyond excited. And so in addition to that, because we're doing this for Make-A-Wish, our team is going to fundraise the 2 weeks leading up. So next Friday, Fiata's birthday, we will be beginning a 2-week stretch of raising funds before the actual day. And I've already been jotting down a shit ton of ideas, but I figure we can watch some episodes of Has Been, but at the same time talk about the charity. And like, if you guys come up with cool ideas, like incentives and stuff, I still have all the incentives I've been working on from the last charity, like all the cosplays, and I have 2 of them to the point where it's doing the cool stuff that's actually visual, like stuff to do on stream, like making Jinx's little bombs and stuff like that. So I figure we can do that stuff while raising money. And I'll put a bunch of stuff on the wheel that's easy to do. Like, not easy to do, but it's like, doesn't stop me. Like, it's eating a weird thing, so it'll take 2 seconds, or it's doing some squats, or taking a hit, or something like that. Something that's not gonna, like, take an hour out of the day, or whatever. You're the best kind of person to have for the holidays? I hope so. I try to make up for where I lack. Like, if I'm gonna come eat all your food and definitely didn't bring anything other than maybe some store-bought Hawaiian rolls, I'm gonna help clean up something, like, I gotta feel part of it. You gotta get him to dress up like either Alton Brown or the chairman from the original Iron Chef. Doesn't the chairman wear a suit? Because we were genuinely thinking of like fancy ass suit man walking around like a show host from like the 70s with the skinny mic and the suit. Is that? Nana, absolutely. You're very welcome. Mom cooks out 3 dozen of at least 15 different cookies every year. It didn't matter what my plans were. On December 20th, I was delivering cookies from when she woke me up till I was done. It didn't matter if it was a 2 feet of snow, I was still doing it. We never had to deliver them. We had to help make them. And now my sister loves baking, so she's almost taken it over, which I'm very grateful for because there's going to be judges. Okay, so this is the part that's nerve-wracking. Is we will actually have a team of judges, a fleet of judges, I don't know how many, who will be tasting the courses. And one of those judges, if not more, will be a chef from Red Robin. Like the Red Robin kitchens. So if I get anything right, I would deeply like it to be the burger. If I even make it to that round. Because, god damn it. Iron Chef Chairman. I think I remember, but I feel like he went through some phases. Hold on. Chairman. God, I can see his face. Zach's downloading a game. Wait, like the cloak? The cloak? Okay, that guy had a lot of looks. Which look? He looks like a matador. This one? I mean, I could do my best, but I don't know how to put that together on the fly. I might have to thrift some shit. That is wild. Is this it? He's dressed like the Phantom of the Opera, but like colorful. That's what I was trying to. So it's basically like a crazy vest, maybe a sash, and some sort of cloak. I feel like the cloak is really where it's at. Oh my god, these are hilarious. He looks like something out of a royal court. This is fucking hilarious. I love this. Like, what the fuck? See, there's so many different looks. I didn't know which one you meant, but I think the cloak one I get. Like, wow. What? Okay, I will aim for this. I will do my best. This is a great shot. I bet I can thrift some of this shit. It's not about doing it exact. It's about getting the idea across so it's recognizable immediately. So it's looking at it and like what I see is in most of these pictures, always a cloak, like some sort of like red velvet looking king's cloak with a collar. He's wearing black gloves and some sort of vest and sometimes a sash. Those are like, I think, the key components. And I can get Zach's hair to look that way. The only problem is Zach has a beard and I ain't shaving that shit off because that means I have to suffer the grow in, and it's needles. Needles. I won't kiss him. I can't. The beard has to stay. I refuse. It's just the worst. Any of y'all out there rocking GQ grow out, you're fucked. No one wants to kiss that. You feel like needles. It's horrible. You get, literally, I will break out on my face. It's so bad. That grow out of shaving, like, no, the beard is staying. I'll trim it, but the beard is staying. I refuse. I've told Zach he can be barefaced if he want, or he can have a beard, but I'm not putting up with that in-between. Absolutely not. If I have to put up with the in-between, he has to put up with the in-between, and neither of us want that. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. No, it's needles. I swear it's worse. It's worse than sandpaper because it stabs. It stabs. It's just one peck and it's like, ow, needles. It doesn't even take a make out. It's needles. It's horrible. Just have a beard or bare face, commit to one. That in-between shit's gotta go. He wore a bunch of different outfits for each, but failing that, just go classic vest, dress shirt, bow tie, Alton Brown style is classic too. That's honestly, we have that already. So if I can't do this, we have lots of backups. But this would be incredible. I have a beard wash that softens. I've never encountered a beard. I mean, the second the hair does this, it's no longer a problem. And I say it's the GQ because I swear to God, every hottest man alive, they're like, don't shave for 24 hours. That's what we need. That is the worst thing to kiss. Or to have anywhere on your body. It feels like a pincushion of microscopic little hell needles just... No one wants that. Ever. Unless it's your fetish. Fucking get it. But that, that is just the worst. I won't do it. It's the 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah. It's exactly what it is. It's needles, because it's still just stabbing straight out. The in-between is too stabby. 100%. I don't care. Like, I've said this to Zeke so many times. I'm like, your face is beautiful regardless of how your hair is on your face. I don't care. I just want to be able to touch it. Please. And my pussy will work in accordance. Well, let's agree on that. Yeah? Deal. I'll eat that if you know what I'm saying? Anyways, you guys want to watch some cartoons? Figure we can watch a couple episodes, but I still want to talk about Heaven. And okay, this is a question I had. So, Lilith like, if we're speaking biblically, and we don't know, we're just theorizing. Obviously, there's not another season out. Lilith is human, right? Confirmed through season 4. Fuck yes. Oh, there is hope in the world. There is a light at the time, and then there's a light to follow. Thank you for that. I needed that in my life. So Lilith is technically human, right? So if she's technically human, then she fucked an angel. Does that make Charlie a Nephilim? Like an abomination? Interessante. I just thought of that while we were watching it today. That just popped into my head. Because I was just, I don't know, like, they showed a little bit of Lilith at the beginning, and the first time I watched this around, obviously I wasn't looking for Lilith that much. So when they showed her again, I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, Lilith was technically the first human woman. She was the first, like, willful woman who was equal with Adam, and then Adam didn't like that, so he was like, scoot, scoot, and, well, biblically speaking, and then pulled a rib out and made a woman out of his rib. A woman out of a man rib. Sounds pretty trans to me, Christians. Anyways. I like that theory. Interesting. So we got because like, I thought they were made at the same. I mean, they're equals essentially. Lilith wasn't made of a piece of Adam, as far as I'm aware of. Like, I mean, not that the Bible means anything. We just have to wait. We have to wait for the collect call. We have to wait for the correct information to come out from Vizviz. On that note, I have talked too much today. I need to go take my dogs out for 15 minutes before movie night in the Discord. If you were unaware, in about 15 minutes, i.e. at about 7 p.m. Eastern, every day we watch movies in the Discord. So if you want to come hang out and watch some movies, you should. But I gotta get, these guys were just, I don't know if you noticed them both sitting here just like locked on, staring at me. I can feel them burning. Hebrew mythology, thank you. I can feel their eyes burning into me, so I'm going to take them outside. In the meantime, I'm going to raid into Zach because he takes my bandwidth all day, so that just makes sense. Hopefully, I know, they're, well, to be fair, Rod, I was telling chat this because they didn't come bother me. We didn't even have a Bork o'clock today. All morning while I was in the meeting, I had them outside in the yard. So they've had a great day. Like, inarguably, they've had a great time. They're just spoiled little bitches. Exclamation Discord. We'll get you a link or whatever into the Discord. And then it's literally, you'll just see people start popping into it. But there's a channel in the voice channels at the very bottom of our Discord called Shh. And you'll see it start to populate. That's where we hang out because we don't have voice or video on or anything. We have a text chat that's literally titled text chat for Shh while we all watch movies. And we just like meme constantly the whole time. But everyone's invited. It's not just subs only or anything like that. It's just, we have a big wheel and we spin random ass movies every night. It's a nice way to wind down the day. It's fun. We have a good time. It's great. Anyways, my brain's dead. Tomorrow should be a normal day-ish, other than concert. I have to talk to Rod about that. Cool charity coming up. If you didn't hear about the amazing news today, ask me tomorrow. Because I don't have time to tell you about it right now, but we had some super fucking awesome news to talk about today that I'm so goddamn stoked about. Drink water, pee after sex, wash your hands. Cheers.